To conduct this workshop on innovation and entrepreneurship, we have with us two eminent professors. Let me take the privilege of introducing them to you. We have with us Dr. Rituparna Basu, Marketing Area Chair, Associate Professor, IMI, Kolkata. Dr. Rituparna Basu is an internationally acclaimed academician and a researcher in the domain of marketing. After 5 years stint in the industry as a marketing professor, Dr. Basu completed her PhD in management from IIT Kharagpur to join full-time academics at IMI Kolkata in January 2013. Dr. Basu is an alumnus of highly acclaimed St. Xavier's College, Kolkata, and holds a BSc degree with economics honors. She also has a gold medal to her credit for her master's in business administration. She has received several prestigious global awards for her contribution to management teaching and research. She has been the first ever double award winner at ISB Ivy Global Case Competition 2018 after winning the overall ISB Ivy Global Case Competition 27, along with a cash prize of 6,000 Canadian dollars for her teaching cases that are taught across the best business schools all over the world. Her research accolades include the prestigious AIMS Women Management Researcher Award 2017, AIM Sirma Young Woman Management Teachers Award 2016. She received the Venus International Foundation Outstanding Women in Management Award in 2017. She was also nominated for Sanmark Aparajita Awards 2018 as Young Achievers in Education category. She was facilitated with the Best Research Award at Sankalp Education Award 2019. Over the years, she has specifically taught and developed courses on marketing management, along with elective courses on CRM, digital marketing, strategic brand and product management, entertainment, media and sports marketing, retail marketing, sales and distribution management. Dr. Basu has been the founding mentor of the branding and digital media cell of IMI Kolkata. She is an empaneled mentor for Startup Bengal initiative by Government of India and Atal Innovation Mission of NITI Aayog. We welcome you, ma'am. We are privileged to have you, ma'am.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
We also welcome you, ma'am. We also have with us Dr. Rachna Chattopadhyay, who is currently a professor of organizational behavior and human resource management at International Management Institute, Kolkata. Dr. Chattopadhyay received her doctoral degree in applied psychology from Calcutta University under the fellowship of Indian Statistical Institute, Calcutta, in the year 2005. After receiving her PhD degree, she had joined as a visiting fellow in School of Social Psychology, Australian National University, Canberra, for postdoctoral research from the year 2005 to 2006. Before joining International Management Institute, Kolkata as an assistant professor in the year 2011, she was a faculty member of ICFAI Institute of Management Teachers, Hyderabad, as well as ICFAI Business School, Kolkata. She has published many articles and journals and conferences, both in national and international levels. She was the recipient of Young Scientist Award from Indian Science Congress Association in the year 2002. She received Outstanding Paper Award at Emerald Literati Network 2013. We welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you.
From the introduction, we can understand how eminent both of you are. From now onwards, I hand over the conduct of the workshop to both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us, ma'am. Over to you.
It's a pleasure. So both myself and Rachna ma'am will take this session. In this session, we don't intend to teach you entrepreneurship, neither do we intend to teach you innovation. But what we intend to do is basically reorient you towards thinking about whatever you're doing in life, whatever you're doing in your day-to-day activities in the light of entrepreneurship or innovation. Many of you are already very, very motivated and encouraged to pursue innovation in your own way. But how to translate that innovation into entrepreneurship, or an entrepreneurship to be translated with the power of innovation, people just have some ideas around it to make you more attuned to what we should be, what should be the objective that should guide us in pursuing whatever we do. I mean, not every one of you might not become scientists. Every one of you, each one of you might not become, someone who is into innovation. But all I can say is, in our everyday life, even our mother, our brothers, people around us, every one of us are innovating in some way or the other. The only thing is, we don't realize that, because we are not too conscious about the innovation which is around us. So before we start off this session called Innovation and Entrepreneurship, I would like to bring to your notice that Rachna ma'am will be talking more in detail about innovation, but let me start with giving you some idea about entrepreneurship. To be very honest, why have we put both these words together? Why does innovation and entrepreneurship come together? It might be intriguing you as to why these two together. Okay, we don't put science and history together. We don't put Bengali and rocket science together. So why innovation and entrepreneurship together? There's a reason to it, because innovation without entrepreneurship makes no sense, and entrepreneurship without innovation has no market. Okay, so both of them are like those two inseparable brothers who must hold hands to win that relay race. Each one of you, each one of the people, many of you have run a relay race, right? You pass on one baton to another, and in that relay race, who is most important? The first one or the last one? The finishing guy is as important as the starting guy, right? And maybe you might just have 4 or 5 people who are running the race, and each one of them should join hands, should be aligned to each other to emerge as winners. So similarly, innovation and entrepreneurship are like those partners in a relay race, which makes you win, against competition, which makes you win beyond the current state of affairs. Now, I'll just start off with what I'll just start off. I'm not going to say as to what I'm trying to start off with. I'm just going to ask you a question, and if you can think of a probable answer to this question, why don't you just write down in the chat window? And the question is, can you enable screen sharing for me? It might just look like a mathematical question. Can you give me, what is the answer for this? 5 minus 2 equal to 4. I'll give you 2 minutes. Think of the answer that will solve this problem. So I'm closing the stop share because you already know the question. Now I'm waiting for your answers in the chat window. How is 5 minus 2 equal to 4? Okay. Very nice. Ashish from 10A. 5, 2 letters, you remove F and E, and it leaves you with 4. Maybe 5 here refers to the resources available and 2 is your effort. So if You put in the maximum effort and using valuable, then you get more result. Okay, Iona? I'll come to the right answer. Anyone else wants to try? Anushka, Anurag, Priyanshu, Pratik, Nabomita, would you like to try? Okay, I'll not wait anymore. Let me come up with the answer. It's a very silly answer. Okay. You only get 5 minus 2 equal to 4 when you're made a mistake. Yes, Kushi. Yes, by mistake. But you know, all the responses I have got are correct in their own way, right? Even I had so many answers to my 5 minus 2 equal to 4, and as I said, all answers were correct and all answers were wrong in their own way. But if we stop thinking by thinking that what is going to be correct and what is going to be incorrect, then the world would not have got a Facebook, a world would not have got a Google, a world would not have got an Amazon, or any of them that you think about. Now, I have some pictures. Kindly see these pictures and see if you can identify them. Okay, how many of you could identify business owners? Yes, there was Sergey Brin, there was Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg. Yes, they are all rich, they are business owners, they are innovators, they all started with an idea in the garage. Now their businesses are conglomerates, they are all successful. There's Ambani, they are all known as top innovators. Yes, they are innovators who were driven by their passion to pursue entrepreneurship. But you're innovating. I mean, there'll be more to innovation, which is discussed by Rachana ma'am, and I don't want to take any more time. So I'll move to Rachana ma'am, and I'll stop my share over here. We will take questions after Rachana ma'am's deliberation.
Okay, thank you, Rituparna.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. So already Rituparna ma'am has pointed out to some extent what is entrepreneurship. When we talk about this particular, when Google is using this artificial intelligence technology for their map, or Uber is using this artificial technology for estimating time of arrival, for in case of cab, we can call it innovation. So there should be an application orientation that must be associated with this in case of any innovation. If application value is not there, we cannot call it innovation. Okay. Now, another two terms here I need to tell you, because that is also closely associated. One term is, we normally use the term called, new venture and entrepreneurship. Okay. Suppose these two terms are, we use it synonymously, but the thing is there are certain differences. So when we use the term called new venture, obviously, suppose there are certain differences between entrepreneurship and this new venture. See, if a couple or maybe two friends have started a business or maybe a restaurant in our suburbs, we can, in fact, obviously, it's a new business, new venture. The thing is, risk is involved because monetary involvement is there, financial risk is always be there. But in fact, we cannot call it entrepreneurship because it is like, they are not the, in fact, starting a restaurant in a suburb is not a very new thing. There are many people, they have initiated this process. They have started these things in fact, in their local areas. Okay. So when we talk about entrepreneurship, it is like, probably if I want to give, if there is another kind of example I need to tell you, that is, for example, probably you are quite aware about some tea corner like Tea Junction, Wow Momo. You know these terms, I mean to say these outlets, So in case of, they have also started the business, and maybe the tea, maybe the I mean to say Momo is not new in the market.
Can I conclude?
Yes, ma'am. We have a very good picture of everyone like attending the session.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I think the competition is all about creativity, innovation, and entrepreneurship. And you have beautifully described the difference between creativity, innovation, and how entrepreneurship is the other side of the coin of creativity as well as innovation. So we have to come out with a commercially viable team. We have is Gaurav Poddar and Ashish Mishra from Lakshmipat Singhani Academy. Ma'am, we have two teams. We have kept one team at the beginning and one team at the end of our own school, and we'll go by that way. So Gaurav and Ashish, let's listen to your wonderful idea. Your time begins now.
Okay, ma'am. So, ma'am, we have come up with an idea that is named Zamindar 2.0. So, ma'am, in these times of crisis, especially the banking and all of the sector has fallen hugely because there is no scope for the banking industry to grow, because now in India also there are many people who are not actually educated about this online transaction and do not actually use it. We are going to focus mainly on the rural area because the government is actually providing a lot of packages to these people, to the farmers, to so many rural people. However, they are still suffering because they cannot go and withdraw that money because the banks are either not there or are very far away, and they are right now in a situation where it is actually closed. So, and they don't have any online method of transaction. They cannot take out that money. So, even if the government is providing them with some sufficient balance, they cannot take it out. Now, by
that we used to do before the lockdown, and we would also continue, in addition to this, we would also continue the tiffin system, and special hygiene care which we have started during this lockdown would be continued even after the lockdown. Thank you. Any questions, ma'am?
Ma'am Basu, Ma'am Chattopadhyay, your questions first.
Okay. I have one question. Actually, most of the hotels are converted into this isolation ward right now. So what is your innovation here? Most of the Tata's hotel, even bigger 5-star hotels, they have already started this initiative. Isolation ward conversion.
Ma'am, we have actually innovated the restaurants part more than the hotels. Many hotels are giving quarantine wards to people, but we are giving isolation wards to those students, especially students who are coming from outside India.
I have good presentation. I have one question.
Yes, ma'am.
See, there are many event management companies, even if before pandemic, they were working in online platform, even in online teaching mode. Okay. So what is new in your idea?
Ma'am, many people, like many sectors, like I had spoken to one of the event managers. So she had told me that many people are unemployed and they are trying to shift businesses right now. And the others who are there, they have very less salary. So then, like what I thought was that they can use that, ma'am. What I have researched, that there is like very less like flower decorating or like artificial flower making, and that's like so beautiful. So that's like the part of innovation that everyone in the event management sector can do it. It's like no one is unemployed and everyone gets the money. They get a
very unique plan to tackle it. We all must have heard Around the World in 80 Days, written by Jules Verne, but we have a plan around the world in 80 seconds. So the thing is tourism, bringing the world at your doorstep. It is the most desired activity, hobby, which one would like to experience. the beautiful places at his or her home place. So why tourism? We have collected 5 basic points. It was one of the most affected industries due to COVID-19 pandemic and has been massively affected. According to the UN World Tourism Organization, in this year, 20 to 30% has shown decrement, which could be a potential loss of $30 to $50 billion worldwide. Starting off, competing with the logical way to deal with the present scenario, we can surely virtualize traveling too, just like the others, but mere photographs and something won't do. We all,
especially given this pandemic situation and tourism, absolutely falling. Everyone is getting very concerned. All
Yes.
countries, states, everyone is getting concerned because a lot of their economy also depends on tourism, especially in many of the European countries. And I think they'll really like this idea. So I gave a point to support Toki's
thank you, ma'am.
Yes, yes. It's a good idea.
argument. Yeah.
Also,
Okay.
ma'am, I just got this information because I watched Dhruv Rathi on YouTube. So he's in the
Yes, yes.
so he's
Yeah, you can actually tie up
visiting
with all these travel
YouTubers.
channels, no?
Yes,
Travel
yes. Vlog
XP,
channels,
and
vlog channels.
Discovery, and there are so many channels there. There is Travel and TLC, Travel and Living. They will have a lot of footage which you can actually use. And
Even the History Channel.
yeah,
yes.
even the History Channel.
Epic History TV 18, Nat Geo.
Yes, very good.
Only you have to
that-
think big, not that small person. You have to think big.
Okay.
Yeah.
So those were the 10 ideas, ma'am. And
Actually, ma'am, I'm from
ma'am-
a science background, so I don't know commerce that much, but I'm interested in entrepreneurship. So.
yes, yes, very good, very good.
Very
Who
good.
said that you have to have commerce and not science? Entrepreneurship is a mix of everything.
Yes,
Even
I
To all the participants, to Ma'am Basu, to Ma'am Chattopadhyay, to Dipankar sir, and to Santoshri ma'am. Thank you for attending this wonderful workshop, and especially thanks to both the mentors for organizing it. We really enjoyed, and special thanks from my behalf.